Hey guys, thank you for watching another episode of CNTechPro. My name is Nicholas, and today we're going to be going over Hikvision, and we're going to be going over the different ways you're going to configure it, and what you're really going to need in order to really take hold of all the features that the Hikvision brand has to offer. We're also going to be going over the client software and show you how to set that up. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Internet Explorer. You either want to use Internet Explorer or Firefox in order to log into it. Your technician, whoever installed your camera system, should give you an IP address of the unit. And you should be able to plug that in when you're on the network and see this screen here. So in order to get into it, you either use admin or use whatever credentials the admin has given you. I'm going to use admin. And there we go. Now it's going to start off and you're going to need to install the plugin first. So just run this. Hit yes, I want you to install. Now you need to close that, very important. Click finish and launch it again. There we go. Log back in. Now it still doesn't do anything, and that's okay. Because all you're going to need to do is hit this Start All Live View button down here. And there it is. Alright, so not too bad, guys. And that's something we'll go over in the configuration. You can tell it to auto start. But we'll go over that when we go over configuration here. We also have, it shows you different cameras over here. You also have different streams. So we're on mainstream right now. As you can see, that's very low quality. I think this is even lower quality. Mainstream number 1 is the highest quality. You're able to, if you have a microphone on the system, initiate two-way audio. And then you can have different grid patterns down here. I don't know if you can see that. Go 4, here's 16, 9, 1. And that's about it. You can have up to 16. If you want more than 16, you just use the page flips right here. Alright, you can full screen it. There you go. Hit escape, or you can right click in order to full screen. Or get out of full screen, I believe. No. Hit escape. It's your best bet. Alright. That's pretty much it for here. Let's go to Playback. In Playback, you're going to be able to have record file. I don't have a recording right now, but you'd be able to scrub through it, tell what time and what day. That's fine. So you need to go to 5, or that's the minute. Let's go to 5 a.m. It's a 24-hour clock, so you can go 22 at 10 p.m. And it would show you at the bottom right-hand corner what days have a record file on that specific camera. Obviously, none of these have any files on them, but you'd definitely be able to do that. And that's about it. You'll be able to download the video if you want. And this will come up with different time lapses. So it'll come with, this is 1 to 2 o'clock, 2 to 3 o'clock, or something of that nature. and you'll be able to download them. Alright, that's about it for here. Let's go to configuration. Picture you're not going to use. I've never used it. This is what I'm talking about. You can auto start live view. I remember in live view I said we'd talk about that for a minute. Auto start live view, you can auto start live view, yes. If you have more than one camera though, I would recommend going to stream type and changing that to substream. That way, I even had problems streaming like 30 cameras at full resolution. It just killed the computer basically. Like the computer couldn't do anything other than do that one task, and it's pretty daunting on the system. So go to substream if you have more than one camera. And auto start live view, that'll make it so when you log in, let's save this, I'll show you when you log in here. It's going to auto start playing the video instead of getting that gray screen like we did originally. So that's very good. And this is where all the record files and clip settings would save. Here's our basic info. You can change the name on it. You can put the time settings. I like to set it to pool.ntp.org in order to sync all time differences, but that's up to you. And you can set the resolution. Tell it to go out of, this one's a 4-key unit, as you can see. Maintenance, we can reboot it, we can restore or export the different parameters that we have on the DVR. And also we have a log here, and this will give you a log of when everything happened. Let's see. So we can see that on this page, I believe, illegal login from admin. There we go. And I'll tell you if different users log on and when they log on and stuff, if they make any changes. That's really good. Keep SSH off. You're not going to need it unless you're a technician. This is where you can program in the cameras that you're going to need to bring into the system. This is an IP system, so each one has its own IP address. You'll be able to set that in here. User management, this is where you add different users. So you can modify this test. I'll make them a password. Alright. There we go. And I gave them all permissions. You have the ability to give them permissions to specific cameras. And here's the difference though, the main difference on this is local. So this is everything you can do with the monitor itself connected directly to the NVR or DVR, the camera system. If this is remote, this is so they can log in via a computer. So you can tell them, hey, I don't want you to log in on the unit itself, or I don't want you to log in outside on the web, or however you want to do it. You also have the ability to set certain cameras again to be able to play back or see in live view. See remote playback here. Say I don't want that camera to be shown on live or remote playback there. Well, then you wouldn't be able to see it anymore because I unchecked it. So that's very useful, especially when you have multiple users looking and you don't want them to see specific parts of what's going on. This is where you set, let's see, I think I went over that. Yeah, that's user management, so let's go to network. Network, this is where you set the network addresses. You can set up a DDNS. You can mess with the ports, the NAT settings. Let's see, SNMP, if you have any SNMP stuff going on. Enable HTTPS. It's got some other minor stuff here. Send emails for alerts and stuff. This is where you can change the parameters of the camera, record file size. So you can go change the substream resolution. the mainstream resolution, and the transcoded stream. You can change all that right here. Channel 0. This will allow one channel to show all of the different pictures, so that's very cool. This is where you can change display settings, of course, so you can change the brightness, turn up the brightness on it. See that? That's way too bright. There we go. Let's put that back down. You change saturation, hue, contrast. For each camera, there'd be a list of cameras. I only have one hooked up to the system. You can call this test camera, or lobby, or foyer. Let's call it lobby. Save. See, and this is going to say lobby now. There we go. So that says lobby now. You can move it around so it goes to a different part of the image here, as you can see. You can have a flash. See, they're flashing now. You can take all this out of here if you want, or you can put it in. And you can create other text overlays too. There's my test. I'll put test right there. See, now test is going to be blinking. So very cool. Privacy mask. This is very useful too. You can set out certain parts of the image so nobody can see them. Like, oh, I don't want anybody to see there. I don't want it to record there. There you go. Event. This is where you enable motion detection in different parts of the. You can set the arming schedule. Let's see. Went to playback on accident. My bad. Let's get a video tampering. You can enable video tampering. Set the schedule for it. Video loss. If it loses signal, you can have it create an alert. Maybe even send an email if you want to set it up that way. Camera does not support these functions. Okay. Well, there's a lot of different features in here, so this part you're really gonna have to play around with the smart events. Here's the record schedule. As you can see, it's all green and it's all the time. So if I wanted to say I only wanted it to be from this time and this time to record motion, there you go. You just hit save. Have it in motion all the time. You're also going to want to go to motion here and click save. You can even copy to all. If you have a list of cameras, it would copy to all. Here's where you can see your storage. As you can see, there's one hard drive. It's 1 terabyte. And you'd be able to format it, do different things. That's pretty much it. There's not much other stuff to be looking at in order to configure it. So, once you set up your users, and you have multiple users on the account and they want to access it, you're most likely going to want to use IVMS. See if I have it installed. IVMS, I do have it installed. Let's see here. There it goes. You're going to want to install IVMS 4200. Now it looks a little bit weird just because I have a really high resolution monitor. And that's okay. This is how it's going to start off. It's going to have a control panel. And we're in control panel right now. The main things you're going to want to look at are main view, remote playback, and management. Those are the three you're going to be using the most. these three right here: remote playback, main view, and management. So let's go into management. I believe there's two sources here. So allow access. There's two groups right here. There's group right here and server. Server is actually going to be your NVR. It's going to be your NVR in order to do it, to see it, excuse me. And you put in the information, and it'll pull the information from the NVR. And then once you're in that spot, let's delete these groups, because I want to show you. When you go into live view, see, so now we have no groups. Our server's running, but we have no groups. So if we go into back to control panel and then main view, which is going to be showing the live view, see, in this window here, you're normally going to get where your cameras are, but they're not there, and that's because we're going to make a group for them. So let's make a new group. Let's make it a group off of the device and use home. And there we go. Now it has created a group with our cameras. Now we'll be able to drag and drop the folder in, and there you go. And as you can see, it still has our privacy masking, and it still has our blinking stuff. It has our test and lobby that we set up. So very, very cool. I like this software. It's very useful. I don't have any other cameras on the system, so that's why it's not working. And the main thing inside of this live view, main view, one thing is going to be digital zoom, and as you can see now, I have a little what do you call it, magnifying glass here, so I'll be able to tell it what I want to see. I'll be able to zoom in. See? Very cool. Let's close that. Click here, close digital zoom. You can also create a custom window division. I made one here called test. As you can see, I joined these ones and these ones and these ones so that they're bigger. So I'll go into the edit mode. And as you can see, it's kind of hard to see here, but let's join another couple. Let's join the ones down here. See, so I'm going to join these 4 into one picture so that I get one camera stream there. So let's save that. And see, now we have another window popped up right here. Let's make these ones one window. So let's join it. There we go. Alright, so say I want to make these ones also a one window. So I can go into here, I made a test, hit join, let's join those windows right there, hit join again, and save. See, now that's one window. And you can set that up in any configuration you want. This is just the one I've been using. And you also have the ability to switch and swap around. Let's also show you up here. You can save this view right under the view button right here. Let's call this view tutorial. Perfect. Now we have a tutorial view. So let's go back to our test right here. Let's put our camera right there. And let's save it. This is going to be the save button down here on the bottom left. See, save view. There we go. Save view has finished now. So if I go to here, let's exit out of here. Now if I ever hit tutorial again, it'll pop back into the position I had all my cameras in, and also it'll put back the cameras wherever they were. So let's put 3 of these guys in here. Let's save it. See, and now let's go to a 4 screen. Let's take that guy out. So we have no cameras here right now. And if I hit tutorial again, then bam, it's in the same configuration, and I have the same 3 cameras in the exact same 3 spots. If you don't save that custom view, when you exit the software, like so, it won't save your configuration. So I'll show you here. There we go, IVMS. And normally it wouldn't start out the same, but you just hit the tutorial button. And here we would go. I think it's because I left it in that view. But normally it doesn't save your configuration, so that's just a very useful feature, you know. Another thing you're going to need is remote playback, and you'll be able to drag and drop on the cameras. I find that it's a lot easier to do this at the unit on the local monitor though, because it's easier just to plug into USB flash drive than to try and do this over the web. If you really need the data and you really need the video, you're going to want to plug in a USB flash drive to the NVR, the camera system itself, and extract the footage that way. It actually scrubs, or you can go through the footage a lot quicker on the unit itself rather than using the computer. Other thing you're going to need to note is, let's go here and let's go to Hikvision. If you do ever take any footage off of the unit, it's actually encrypted, so you're going to need to go to the downloads section at Hikvision's website, and you're going to want to go to Tools, and you're going to want to get VS Player. As you can see, player for video streaming from the Hikvision product, suitable for play, edit, and the recorded file and live view of our TSP stream. So it actually comes encoded, and you have to get the decoder player in order to use it. So that's about all you're going to need to know in order to get this set up. Another thing you might be able to look at is the user accounts to log into the IVMS 4200 software. So you can click add and tell them what they can and can't look at again. You'd probably want to do that from the DVR itself, or the NVR itself, the camera system, because it creates a log of that whenever someone logs into the logs in on any so basically, anytime anyone logs in, it captures a log of it on the guy here. So let me show you. It's under maintenance here and log. So if we sign in with the test account, we should see someone logging in on the test account, and it'll give a time and a date for it, who did it, and you know, what IP address they came from, all that. So very useful. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it, and you guys have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Hope this really answered a lot of you guys' questions. Please leave any comments down below. Please like and subscribe as always, and also check out our new networking series. The networking series is great. We're really going to go in depth. So thank you guys for watching, and have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.